Last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, kill. 27, 26.
Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. 10 more there and another first down. A first down throw for Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything? I think under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this. And
the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 66 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, dancing to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. They come out here in the I. Now Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. These two teams all tied after one. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Kill. 61. Match box. Right. Shoot.
Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he rolls score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Funches with a catch over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On play action, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got decent.
And this is going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Austin. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Elliott a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess, 74 yards. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 10th carry now for Elliott. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good. I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him... That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will get him 1 closer. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's now 3rd down and
Check 53 is mine.
We're going to 54. Why is?
Check 52.
On third down, it's Prescott. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Prescott. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brissett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Defense, let's go. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54. Rip left. Go. Mike's by 4. Here it comes.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
11 yards there, first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire